It is 12 noon. Welcome back in. Three-man front on this Thursday. Pat Langella, Molly, Conrad with you until 2 o'clock. If you missed any of our interviews, you can always download the Three-Man Front podcast. Take us along wherever you go this summer, whether it's to the lake, to the beach, family vacation at Disney World, wherever.
College World Series.
That's right. Take us with you. Jocks 94.5, that's the app. You can watch us on YouTube as well. Headlines at this hour. When it comes to Brennan Sorsby, the number one topic du jour in college sports, the Texas Attorney General this morning, he sent a letter to the Big 12 Conference saying if you think about sanctioning Texas Tech, you could be in violation of the law. It would be unlawful, and it could constitute a breach of the Big 12's contractual obligations to Texas Tech. Now, Texas Tech is awaiting word from the Big 12 if they potentially could try to sanction them for letting Sorsby play. Super Sports attorney Tom Mars, he posted last night that based on the bylaws currently on the books for the Big 12, the Big 12 absolutely 100% could sanction Texas Tech. And it went a step further, and he said that based on the way it's written, the Big 12 could actually change its bylaws right now in regards to making sure that Sorsby does not play. So keep your eye on that. The Big 10, meanwhile, they have come out and they have said that as a league, they're not going to keep schools from scheduling Texas Tech across the board in all sports. But if individual institutions, they want to install that, like Nebraska has said they will, they're okay with that. But as a league-wide mandate, they will not. Last night, NBA Finals, Knicks overcome a 29-point deficit. Wow, it's kind of crazy to read. They pull off the biggest comeback in postseason history. They're now one game away from winning an NBA title for the first time in 53 years.
I'm thinking about celebrity count. We've had the President of the United States there. We had a who's who of Hollywood. And then you think about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce going to rent that thing out for 3 days.
I guess she was doing a scouting last night because she was there courtside.
Yeah. Did you see the little celebration she had?
Yeah.
Did you see her shirt?
I did.
I thought that was clever.
It was.
She was having a big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was cool. You could tell that was I don't know if I've ever seen that many like A-list celebrities courtside at a basketball.
Did you see the official list that was posted?
I mean, let's see. Taylor Swift, Ben Stiller, Larry
Seinfeld,
David, Jerry Seinfeld,
Charlie Ward, the worst interview I've ever been a part of in my entire life in radio.
I think
Jimmy
Fallon was there, yeah.
Did you say Chris Rock?
Kylie Jenner and Timothy
and
Chalamet.
Chalamet, yeah.
Fat Joe was there. Not our Fat Joe.
No, the Fat Joe.
The
He's
original
been at all
Fat
the
Joe.
games, yeah.
Mom Dami was in his disguise outfit. Nobody could tell who he was.
Aaron Judge was there.
Oh, hope he's rehabbing.
Max Fried was there.
Was he?
I don't know. I like to think he was.
Now I'm sitting here looking at the list right now, and
it was crazy, but it was cool because when they had the, Ben Stiller and his wife were there, but when after the shot was made or whatever, and they just had the camera view of all the people on courtside just losing their mind.
Who else was there, Pat?
Brady Cook, former Mizzou quarterback.
Oh, I forgot he's on the Jets.
He is on the Jets. Yep, he was there. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did they list him on that?
Yep, sure was.
Is he like at the bottom of all that?
Cam Scatabo was there.
Oh, Scatterbo?
Mm-hmm. He was there. Jameis Winston.
Where's Jackson Dart?
I did not see him listed.
Thought him and Abdul Cardi would go together.
Let me just think. Not athletes. The Cuomo family. Were they there?
I don't see them listed.
The Giulianis?
Did not see them listed.
So if you're the Spurs, do you do everything in your power to get Donald Trump to go to the Game 5? Because that was the only game you won, was when he was in attendance.
I think you do.
Whatever you can to get him to San Antonio.
I don't think Greg Popovich is the guy, though, to deliver that message.
Your boy Alex Rodriguez was there.
That's great.
A-Rod was there?
I'm sure he had a terrible spray tan.
Sure
like
was.
He always does.
Yep.
Big time.
Looking at all the old players that you and I would remember playing back in the day. Meta World Peace.
Yes.
He was there.
I really thought he was going to go back to Ron Artest after he got done playing.
Remember Jeremy Lin? Remember Lin's Sanity?
He was there?
Mm-hmm.
What does he do now? I bet he sells insurance. I bet he's really good at it. I'm just being honest. I don't know what
I think I read an article not too long ago. I think he played professionally somewhere else.
Overseas, I would imagine. Yeah.
Was John Starks there?
I do not see him listed. I'm seeing all these New York Knicks. You got Charles Smith, Eddie Curry, Steve Novak, Jeremy Lin, Chris Childs, John Wallace, Gerald Wilkins, Baron Davis, Meta World Peace, Tim Thomas, Chris Dudley, Bill Bradley, Earl Monroe, Earl the Pearl Monroe. All these former New York Knicks alums.
The Wu-Tang Clan was there.
Yeah, they performed.
That's awesome.
They're getting the credit for the comeback.
Yeah,
The
they
story
are.
that I wrote.
Well, because it was Cardi B in the last game, and I think Charles Barkley really enjoyed that. But
It's funny on this press list they have like
Cardi D.
they have center court of all the stars that are eligible to sit at center court, and then after the center court, they have the 7th Avenue Visitors Bench. Michael J. Fox was there with Chris Rock, John Calipari, Adam Sandler. And then you have the 8th Avenue, which is the Knicks bench. That is all made up of the former stars of the New York Knicks. Patrick Ewing, Carmelo Anthony, Stephon Marbury, Marcus Camby, John Starks, Larry Johnson, Latrell Sprewell, former Alabama star, Spencer Haywood, J.R. Smith. And then all those New York Knicks,
J.R. Smith.
all of those New York Knicks, and there was one other person that sat with those guys. This was on the 8th Avenue Knicks bench.
Cody Campbell.
CC Sabathia.
Yeah, there we go.
He was the only non-basketball player
Well, he can do whatever he wants. He's CC.
that was
Yeah.
allowed to sit there. So very long list.
Someone texted in and said apparently people were saying that after the game, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, and Shane Gillis all went to a local comedy club and were performing for free. Like
That's
after the
cool.
game.
You know, it's interesting because I'm
pretty
looking
cool.
at the list and I don't see Gillis's name on there.
He's probably hanging outside.
Somebody asking, was Mondami dressed as Sacha Baron Cohen's Borat?
That'd be good.
I don't know why you're laughing. You thought Borat was on the Polar Express.
That'd be good. And I thought he did the voice of the guy that did the tickets. I forgot about that.
I had to until I saw Sacha Baron Cohen.
So do I understand this right? So now we've got listeners that they are joining different factions of the contest. Is that what's happening now?
Yes, we are a show divided now.
So we have a 3-man front civil war brewing. Is that what we have?
I feel
Essentially.
like this is more Axis versus
We
Allies.
might have
but-
two.
All right. So Don called in earlier and he has given his allegiance to Conrad in the Hastings trivia fight. And now I understand Howie has thrown his support behind Team Hastings.
Which is interesting.
It is. Perhaps it's
But I thought you and Howie were close.
Well, it might be because of the sponsor that I now have.
Oh.
But Howie did text into the text line and says, "Hey, this is Howie. We are Team Hastings." I guess him and Reba
Him
are
and
both
Reba.
Team Hastings.
Okay.
He says, "We will not be buying any outfits. They also will be in New York during the actual event.
Oh, okay.
So they will be supporting Hastings from afar." But that's a big get for Team Hastings.
No, that is good. That's good. And I'm sure as BB, BB had surgery yesterday. Went successful. Glad to hear.
Amen.
And so get well soon, BB. It'll be interesting to see where BB and Mary.
See, I would assume Mary would be on my side.
Yeah.
So maybe BB splits off. The one
Yeah.
I'm interested in, I feel like Larry's a little bit of a wild card in terms of which way he could go.
Yeah, and nobody's talking about FSU Dave and how he fits into this.
I do not think he'll be on my side.
He will not be on Conrad's.
He will not be on my side.
No, he will be Team Hastings.
Absolutely.
Or do we just, since that's his forte, do we put him as the official?
That is a good point.
He would be very good at that.
He would
Because
be.
if anyone would be able to immediately go yes or no,
Make a ruling.
If there's someone that I want on facts, it's FSU Dave.
Fat Joe, where's he going?
Ooh.
Is he Team Hastings or Team Conrad?
I think you might lean Hastings.
I think he might lean Hastings.
Yeah. And that's okay. I understand. People have to make their decision. That's fine.
So how many are on your side?
Don.
Okay.
And Mary's a TBD.
We'll get more.
Steve from Tuscaloosa, where's he fall?
Oh, I feel like Stephen Tuscaloosa. He'll be Team Conrad.
I feel like
Team
I
Conrad.
got
Not that he has a dislike for Hastings, but Steve strikes me as one of those that Conrad needs help.
More importantly, will Faye be in attendance for Team
Ooh.
Conrad?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe she'll support from afar. Who knows if she can't be there.
She's definitely look. She's on your side if she's there or not.
This is a lot of
That's
people
been
towards Team
established.
Conrad. This
A
is
lot.
kind of surprising as we're just talking about this out loud.
Collins from Pell City has chimed in. Team Hastings / America.
See, and that's the narrative that I have to push back on because you are going to have the people that naturally gravitate to Hastings for the
fact that he's a true American.
yes, and I have had a troubled past apparently.
Someone adding the man's name is Conrad, pretty close to comrade. Coincidence? ? No.
If the shoe fits, right?
And Max texted in. He says, "Guys, I'm on my way to lunch. Now you've got this Mondami vision in my head, wearing a Borat." Oh, that's good. Thank you. Can't read that one.
I love it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's like a soap opera.
It really is. Someone is saying I'm on your team, Conrad.
Okay, thank you, anonymous.
That's Adrian.
Okay, Adrian, I appreciate that.
Adrian, somebody you want on your team.
Absolutely, I'll take anybody.
I believe that's Adrian from across the pond.
Well, that's fitting then.
No. Solid individual. I'm team Conrad. Darren from Tennessee.
Thank you, Darren.
John here. 3 pineapple emojis. Team Conrad.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
So he swung his support in your direction.
I get it. Yeah. I hope that's what that meant.
Jason says $250 to your charity. He wants a premium seat. He's going to be on Hastings' side because I wouldn't sit near an Auburn fan. No offense to Conrad.
What?
I don't know.
Huh?
Don.
Don.
Oh. I was like,
Taking some friendly fire for Don Don's endorsement.
That's
Conrad
fine.
is a commie. Pizza Larry says Team Conrad. Reba, I'm Team Hastings.
yeah.
And
They're gonna be
definitely for
unified.
Conrad says KC.
I feel like I'm in the lead right now.
Yeah, I think you are too. That'll be interesting.
That means I'm going to let a lot of people down, but
Just wait until the highbrow crowd fires in. I feel like that's going Hastings' way.
yeah, well, it's Hastings.
I know.
At the bottom of the hour, we'll go to Omaha, talk to the voice of the Troy Trojans, Barry McKnight, as he previews Troy's game against West Virginia. Coming up next, we'll do some Pat Ponders in this 12 o'clock hour. This is 3-Man Front on Jocks.
12-17 here on Three Man Front. We're getting ready for Conrad versus Hastings. Teams are being formed. Support being pushed to one side or another. We're getting more votes for Conrad. And there are folks that want to be a part of this and offering up donations to the favorite charity to make it happen. We appreciate Adrian for texting in. Adrian, I'm sorry we have another Adrian that listens to the show, but yes, I do remember you. You had the Braves jacket on. You joined us at Social Taco. So thanks for chiming in. And I know that Conrad is really excited to have you a part of his team.
Let's do some ponders at this hour. This is 5 questions from me to the gang. Pat ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
All right, question number 1. Randy in Alabaster sent me this question this morning. This is extremely fascinating. Was last night's NBA Finals game the greatest comeback ever by the Knicks, or was it the biggest choke job in sports history by the Spurs?
I would go probably more Knicks comeback. I would still put the Falcons Super Bowl as the biggest single game choke job, and the Yankees ALCS in 2004 is like in terms of a series choke job. So I would go Knicks comeback. But it's up there for the Spurs. I mean, you're on a short list, but I think the Falcons still have you beat.
Yeah, I think it's up there. But see, my first thought was the Falcons, 28-3.
Yeah, but is it the greatest comeback by the Knicks, or was it the biggest choke
No,
job
I said
by the Spurs?
I would say Knicks more so
Okay.
than.
I'm going to go biggest choke job by the Spurs. I realize it's the NBA and we get this, and big leads, they evaporate in the blink of an eye, but goodness gracious. Just decision making. Awful.
Yeah.
All you had to do was hold the ball.
I mean, that's
Last
it.
few seconds.
That's it. And that's why I go choke job.
I was about to say Wemby missed multiple free throws at the very end.
Just bleed the clock out. Shorten the game.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't remember it, but the Houston Oilers had a 35-3 lead over
remember
the
that.
Bills. Bills came back, won that game in the 93 playoffs. Greg Norman had a 6-stroke lead at the Masters and lost it.
Van de Velde did the same thing. You know, I'm talking about was it the French golfer?
Yeah. If Nick Saban didn't try a 70-yard field goal at Jordan-Hare Stadium, that wouldn't have been a kick 6.
Harsin lost a 28-point lead at halftime to Mississippi State.
There you go. What was that crazy? Wasn't it like the Colts and the Vikings a couple years ago, where one team was up like 40-0 or
That was
something at
crazy.
halftime?
Yeah.
It was a regular season game, but that was crazy.
All right, appreciate Randy in Alabaster sending that
Thanks,
to me.
Randy.
That was a good question. All right, which of these 4 best sums up your viewing habits of the World Cup, which starts today? Is it A, more than 25% of the cup? There's 104 games, by the way, so that'd be, 26 games. All matches involving Team USA, just the finals, or just none, like probably Conrad is going to say.
Since those are my choices, all matches involving the USA and probably a few more.
Okay.
Just some notables.
All right.
See, I was going to say every Team USA game, which sadly will probably not be that many, but every Team USA game, and then I will watch the finals. But that'll probably be about it.
See, I'll watch the Team USA games, but I also really like watching like the higher ranked teams, like your France, your Spain, your Argentinas. I really like watching those teams. England, Brazil, and then I'll watch the finals. But some of the like smaller first round games, I probably won't tune in.
I love a good upset if a good upset's brewing. You know, if you had whoever Ghana was playing and it's like an Argentina and they're up, I'll tune in. Whip around. What about you?
I will definitely watch all the matches involving Team USA, and depending for entertainment purposes only, like today, Mexico
Mexico
and South Africa.
I mean, Mexico.
That's a game of interest to me for
what? Half goal?
For fun?
For fun.
Half goal? Favorite?
Half goal, first half.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Why not?
What's your read on Paraguay?
Against the U.S.?
Yeah. Don't stand a chance?
You say Guay or Guay?
Paraguay. Is it Paraguay? I think it's like tomato.
I think it depends on where you are.
I like the U.S.
Good answer.
Speaking of the World Cup, organizers say 150 million gallons of beer are expected to be consumed at this year's tournament. That's the equivalent of 1 billion pints of beer. That's 1.4 million gallons per match that will be drank.
Nice.
Which of these top beer-consuming countries, based on per capita, will be the largest drinkers at the World Cup? I'm going to give you 5 options, and you give me the country. Austria, Czechia, England, Germany, or the United States. Now, this is per capita. Which one of those countries that I just list do you believe will consume the most alcohol? And then I've got the world rankings in which those countries come in per capita.
Tailgating, the party, it starts early. I'm going to go with the English.
Okay.
See, I was about to say, it's either the English or the Germans. I'm going to go Germans.
Okay.
They put down some beer.
You know what? I'm going to pick America.
You're going to take America out of the 5.
Yes.
So
we're so White Claw these days.
So according to the latest world rankings based on per capita, because China and the United States both, because of the large population, they consume the most alcohol, beer. But per capita, this is based on those that qualified for the World Cup. Coming in at number 5 is the United States.
Dang.
But they have the 31st most consumed.
Okay.
So they're not even top 30.
Wow.
Germany is 4th.
It's going to be like Czechia, number 1.
They came in at number 7. England was 27th.
You did them in order.
Austria was number 2.
Yeah, it's Czechia.
And Czechia was number 1.
Classic trick question from Pat.
Yep. The
I thought you would have
curveball.
figured that out.
I should have.
So, yeah, the United States, out of those 5, was the least. Maybe they like mixed drinks. Maybe they just don't like the beer.
telling you, it's
Landon's
White
right.
Claw.
It's the seltzers.
Yep.
That's where they get you.
All right, let's go back to the 80s. I know you guys may have read it or heard about this before. Landrum probably remembers a little bit of this, but I'm going to give you 3 failed products from the 1980s. They're failed food products.
Okay.
Which one of these food products would you be more likely to try of the 3 that failed? A breakfast cola formulated with 28% more caffeine than regular Pepsi, designed to steal market share from morning coffee drinkers. That was one. It was called Pepsi AM.
Okay.
It failed. A frozen lasagna by toothpaste giant looking to enter the booming frozen food dinner. It was the Colgate frozen lasagna. Or the final option of the failed food item from the 1980s, a fast food burger served with a dual compartment styrofoam container. Landrum, you probably remember this. One side held the bottom of the bun and a hot burger patty, while the other side had a cool top bun, lettuce, tomato, cheese, and pickles. That was the McDLT. You remember that?
Yep.
All 3 of those items failed, and they went away pretty quickly. But of those 3, which one would you have been more likely to have tried if you were around in the 1980s?
I'm surprised the McDLT didn't make it because people are so picky about onions or tomatoes or lettuce. That would be one I would try. I would try the lasagna. It's just weird.
Just let Stofers do their thing.
You know?
Like, I don't.
And the reason I read why the Colgate frozen lasagna did not work out.
It didn't taste good?
No, it actually tasted good, but it was
association.
The fact that, yes, the people could not get over the fact of, oh, is it going to taste like mint?
Yeah.
You know, is it going to taste like?
Remember when they came out with the clear cola, the Pepsi Clear, and I don't know if they had Diet Pepsi Clear, but just it was just hard to get around it. Like it's supposed to be dark and it's clear.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, so he would try the lasagna. How about
I do
you?
the lasagna.
Yeah, give me the morning soda. Absolutely.
The 28% more caffeine.
That sounds amazing. Yes.
So I love the smell of coffee. I love having a hot cup of coffee, but For
And the
people
reason-
like Pat, he might try it.
And the reason they said that Pepsi AM did not make it is because you think about it, it was kind of cutting off because you're basically just trying to sell it as a morning drink.
Yeah.
So then people won't buy it the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much it's a very niche market anyway, but
True.
then you're only limiting it to like a morning soft
Yeah.
drink. So
I would probably go the breakfast cola because the only thing about the burger is that it's very easy to order a plain burger at McDonald's, and I would not want the juices and everything going onto the other bun.
Okay.
And yeah, the Colgate lasagna, like I said, it's association. That would kind of freak me out.
and the reason the McDLT went away, according to the article I was reading,
Cost.
was the styrofoam.
Yeah.
Because you had a bigger styrofoam because you had two sides to the burger, and then people were like,
Landfills.
yeah, and plus they didn't want to like put it together themselves. Like
Just-
when you're going to a fast food
You
restaurant,
just want it to be
You
ready.
want it to be
and-
quick
yeah.
and yeah.
So
I've never even heard of that.
yep,
The
McDLT.
McDLT.
Mhm.
Yeah. McPizza. That came out for
They
in
did
select
pizza?
locations. Yeah.
McRib.
McDonald's is tested a lot of things. A lot
Like,
of things that we
Greg
never
likes
see.
that one.
All right, final question today comes courtesy of BB. She writes, travelers on a Tennessee interstate near Chattanooga were recently treated to an impromptu fireworks display when a truck carrying a load of fireworks caught fire. They were seen going off in a different direction, and the interstate traffic had to be stopped on both directions. Fortunately, there were no injuries. So she asked, as we approach the 250th birthday of our great country, do you plan to invest in fireworks? And if so, will you go mega on your display and purchase more than usual?
I in the past, and I think I've told you guys on the show, I was a firework enthusiast. I would put on shows for people at the 4th of July or Memorial Day weekend. Just, I love them. Not still today. And I had an incident, shouldn't have fired one off during the semifinals. Alabama was playing Michigan State. And that artillery shell, I thought I killed a neighbor because the ambulance immediately, I thought I'd given somebody a heart attack. It was a loud boom. But I appreciate a good fireworks show. We get a great one here, Thunder on the Mountain. There's various across the state, but no, my firework days are over.
Yeah, because we'll probably be at the lake, and we like to go and shoot fireworks. They do one at the lake that we go to, like a little fireworks show as well. But yeah, we nothing crazy, but like get some bottle rockets and have.
Now, if it was up to me
Go out there and mess
and nobody
around,
else
yeah.
was going to do it, I would do it. But I'd just let everybody else handle that.
You know what? I've never bought fireworks before, but maybe this will be a first for me.
Yes.
I've never needed to.
Oh,
like
that's true.
the dads always did it.
Yeah.
You know, like I
You didn't sell them in the liquor store?
no, we did not.
Just go buy the what are they, like the snaps or whatever, the little ones you can just throw on the ground and they explode.
Yeah.
You just go and throw them
maybe
at
I'll get
people.
some of those.
Go do that.
Yeah, I've never bought fireworks.
That's today's Pat Ponders. Coming up next, we'll go to Omaha, Nebraska, and talk to Barry McKnight, the voice of the Troy Trojans. That's next on Three Man Front. It is 12:35. Welcome back in. This is Three Man Front on Jocks. We got the College World Series, and it's all going to get started tomorrow as the Troy Trojans will take the field there in Omaha for the first time ever. And joining us, as he did last week, as he previewed the Super Regionals with us, it was good luck, right? Coming on Three Man Front, Barry McKnight, the voice of the Troy Trojans, joins us now. How's everything in Omaha? I know there was some bad weather, right? Yesterday, is it all cleared out?
Yeah, it was overnight, so didn't impact anything yesterday. It came late last night and was out early this morning. It's overcast right now. We were out at Charles Schwab just a little while ago for the Troy portion of Media Day, which is what it sounds like. I mean, there's groups of media all over the place. The teams practice a little bit, and interestingly enough, it was Troy. When the Trojans left, Alabama was coming in, and everything seems to be on schedule. There shouldn't be, knock on wood, any more rain the rest of the day, but it's been great. It's been everything that we had thought that it would be so far. The hotels, Alabama's included, are right on the Old Market section of Omaha. There are, plenty of things for the fans to do. Of course, I'm at the Troy Hotel, so there's a lot of Troy fans where I am.
Right.
But I've also seen a lot of Alabama fans, a lot already so far, and a lot of Georgia fans as well. And, from the, state of Alabama perspective, nothing but excitement. Everybody's amped up for this, for both the Trojans and for the Tide.
And Barry, that's what I was going to ask you. You've been a part of Troy athletics for so long and around some of those monumental events. As far as the excitement being generated from the Trojan fan base, can you compare it to another sport, another moment in time in Troy athletics?
I cannot because it's more a culmination of things. I may have, people have been asking me before, look, when Troy went down to Baton Rouge and beat LSU in football in 2017, that was 60 minutes of just really good football. And you'd prepared for it and you'd planned for it and game planned and all that. And it came true and it was a singular moment. But this feels like more of a culmination that's been building. With the slow start, Troy is probably the longest odds to win this thing, but it's better to have, it's better to be, the least thought of team in the College World Series than the most highly thought of team outside the College World Series field. And it kind of feels that way after the slow start, that people aren't taking Troy seriously enough. Goodness, we've won 6 games in a row against the best the country can offer on our side of the draw, playing really good baseball. But it's been building more than anything else. It feels like, particularly in the last month and a half, that this is just the culmination of so much good baseball and so much growth within the program. It doesn't feel like a singular moment like a football win might have, but it feels like just a series of really, really important moments that have built upon each other level by level.
I wanted to ask you about last weekend before we kind of get into the nuts and bolts of playing West Virginia. Last week was just a historic weekend there at Troy, and just for you to be around the program as long as you have been and in that community, just talk about how that will build for the future in regards to this trip to Omaha. But my goodness gracious, just seeing what they did in that community over the weekend was just extremely impressive, not only for those of us up here in Birmingham, but across the Southeast and across the country watching baseball.
Yeah, and that's the value of it. Troy's always been a really good baseball town. Troy University has always had really good baseball programs. I was speaking to one of the administrators within the university as a whole, who's in charge of public relations and communications and outreach and things like that. And she said it's incalculable to put a dollar figure on the amount of publicity, of positive public relations that Troy got from that weekend, because so much work went into it. We spoke about this last week, an incredible amount of work to go from Monday, when you realize that you are hosting a super regional, to Friday when you're actually playing it. And everything from the trucking in of the temporary grandstands in left field to the ticket sales, it all paid off in just the pictures on ESPN, on the ESPN family of networks, the pictures of the fans standing over in the corner of the vet of the football stadium, and the fans out in left field and the grandstand and everything. It is incalculable to put a value on it. I'm not capable of just how important that was, to your question, for the city of Troy, for Troy University, for Troy Athletics, and for the Troy baseball program. I could not, in my strongest dreams, have ever thought it would have gone just as well as it did.
Hanging out with Barry McKnight, radio TV voice of Troy University. Troy getting set to take on West Virginia in Omaha, the first game coming up tomorrow. I want to ask you about West Virginia, 29-3. That's how they outscored Cal Poly. This team getting a lot of buzz. As you've scouted West Virginia, you look at the matchups. Where are the keys you're finding, and where are the Mountaineers strongest?
They're strong in the pitching staff, and Troy has been strong as well. It's interesting because of three things that I have identified. Number one, the Mountaineer pitching staff. They led the Big 12, the starters, I mean. They led the Big 12 in team ERA, and they led it by a lot. They've got three guys, a couple of whom are Division II transfers, who have really grown into roles. And they were very strong last week, as you mentioned, against Cal Poly. Troy's starting staff has been very strong in the last month and a half as well. Benjamin Stubbs and Tommy Egan and Hayden Smith. Stubbs and Egan both went deep in their starts in the Super Regional. That's one thing. They're very similar in strength in the starting staff. Number two, I do think that along with Daniel Jackson from Georgia, who's the best player in the country, in this matchup specifically, you'll see two of the best catchers in the country, certainly two of the best catchers in the draw, in Jimmy Janicki in Troy, and the catcher for West Virginia, all of a sudden I'm drawing a blank, I think it's Gavin Clark. Those two guys are two of the most athletic catchers you'll ever see, and also two really, really good hitters. And the third thing is that I've identified, there's always, and I know you guys have followed the College World Series for a long time, Omaha always seems to hold close to them and root for the real underdogs. They'll
Absolutely.
identify an underdog team, and the city will take it to heart. They'll root for the underdog. They'll support the team that they think has an uphill climb. West Virginia would have been that underdog if it wasn't for Troy's presence in here. And that's really what you think about it, and it's a thing, and you see it on TV and all that. But when we're in the middle of it, and, my wife and I are going to dinner, and we're seeing people, hey, Troy, man, we're pulling for you,
Yeah.
Troy has a really good chance of being sort of the crowd favorite throughout the entire event, just because the odds are longer for Troy than for most of the other ones. Those are the three things that I think we'll certainly spotlight in our broadcast, and I think those are three real keys to the matchup itself.
As you look at this team this year, and the schedule was very tough, and it's the only 30-loss team ever to make the College World Series, and that's not a shot at Troy. That's a compliment to the schedule, the strength of schedule that they tried to play. But as you're around this team and they continue that momentum, especially here in the postseason, it seems like to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Barry, but it seems to me that this team is not going to let these big lights in Omaha or the stage intimidate them. It looks like they're playing loose and fancy free, and it looks like they're just doing what their God-given ability has given them the opportunity to do.
Yeah, and let that God-given ability shine through. There's not going to be any trepidation. They're not going to be gun shy about the whole thing. And I think that's one of the reasons why the schedule was constructed that way. I mean, this team has played at Georgia. This team has played at Florida, both of those twice. They played Alabama twice. Troy has beaten Georgia and Alabama this year, and those are two teams that are in the final eight. At Vanderbilt, Troy's played at Mississippi State. Troy has played Maryland 3 games out of the Big Ten. So, there is nothing that's in front of this team that either they haven't faced before, and by and large they haven't prevailed against before. Number two, it's a team that really does not require anything more than what they've already got to be successful in the College World Series. And number three, it's a team that has the mental makeup to take anything that's handed to them. Because, like you said, with the tough schedule, and some of those losses weren't to top 100 teams. They have shown a remarkable resilience that I think is one of the keys in an 11-day tournament, is just keep on keeping on no matter what's thrown. This has turned into, it wasn't early, but it has turned into a very, very resilient team because of what you're asking, because of the schedule that they faced throughout the year.
Barry, you've had a long and illustrious career. Where will tomorrow rank for you both personally and professionally?
At the very top. At the very top. A win tomorrow certainly will be an all-timer for sure. But also you got to factor in what it means for the future. Look, you know as well as I do, the team that wins at the very end is usually not the team that comes out of the initial losers bracket. You almost never, ever see a team even play in the championship series that loses their first game. So, yeah, it would be an extraordinary accomplishment, but also it would be an amazing springboard to give themselves a chance later on in the draw on Sunday when, they play either Ole Miss or North Carolina and throughout. It would be big just in and of itself, but also in what it could mean in the future for Troy baseball.
Barry, I'm just curious. I'm sure there will be plenty of Troy fans there in Omaha. I'm sure many folks have made the trek north.
Yes, there have been. I don't know if there's going to be 7,033 like there were at Riddle Pace Field in the Super Regional game too. But this where we are is really ground central for all the Troy fans. We've had a lot of people come early on Wednesday to get ready and get situated. We'll have a lot of fans that'll be here tomorrow, of course, but also there's a lot of fans who are hoping that the Trojans win and will definitely come in over the weekend on Sunday as well. I mean, a lot. For Troy or for anybody, really, it will be a lot of fans. For a small school like ours, this is a big, big deal.
Well, it's fantastic, and I'm so happy you're getting an opportunity to call it coming up tomorrow, and, of course, the Troy fans making the trek there for the first time ever in Omaha. I got a feeling you guys are going to make some noise. You're going to be hanging around for a little while, Barry. So always appreciate your time. Have the time of your life up there, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again very soon.
Yeah, that sounds great. I would look forward to that for sure.
Thank you, Barry.
Thanks,
Take
Barry.
care.
Take care, fellas.
Thank you so much. That is Barry McKnight. He is the voice of the Troy Trojans. He joined us on the Higginbotham Hotline. Higginbotham is your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services.
Now, speaking of the state of Alabama, got a great Alabama-based company in EcoView Windows and Doors, owned by a wonderful human being, Becky Jackson. Her husband, her son, they're a part of the EcoView team. Whether it's doors or windows you're looking for and you're looking to update your home, you can certainly do it. And it's a science to these folks, and it's clockwork. A lot of times in the same day, they can take out all your windows, install the new ones from EcoView, and they have all kinds of styles of windows, whatever you're looking for, if you got a newer home, an older home. But look, the technology that we used to have with pane glass and the single pane glass, that's just, it's not effective anymore. You want to save 35% in the first 12 months after replacing all of your windows? You can certainly do it with our friends at EcoView. Few free estimates for all of our great Jocks listeners. Once again, Alabama family owning EcoView here locally. They're here to take care of you. It's Becky and her family. Give them a call today. You can certainly do so, 205-564-8480, or you go to their website, ecoviewwindows.com. Always tell them Landrum from Jocks sent you.
Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll talk to Bill Bender, national college football writer for the Sporting News. He has penned a new article, including ranking every Division I college football head coach. We'll get his rankings, also talk about Sorsby. All that straight ahead on this edition of Jocks. Tomorrow we will head back to Omaha. We'll talk to Roger Hoover, one of the voices of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. He'll be on the call as the Alabama baseball team. They get in action on Saturday there in Omaha, Nebraska. A story has just been posted a few minutes ago by Golf Digest. This is an exclusive story by Golf Digest. In this report, they say that Phil Mickelson has been accused of inappropriate contact with a female course employee, and he was removed from this private golf club. According to Golf Digest, it says multiple sources with knowledge of the matter confirmed to Golf Digest that Mickelson is no longer a member of the Farms Golf Club outside of San Diego after a female club employee accused the six-time major champion of inappropriate contact with her before a round of golf earlier this spring. Golf Digest has identified and verified the employee and is withholding her name to protect her privacy. She declined to participate in this story. Mickelson, who announced in February he would step away from competition while tending to a family health matter, declined invitations to comment directly on the allegations, but a spokesperson for the golfer offered the following statement, quote, "Any misunderstanding has been cleared up. Phil continues to attend a family health matter and is uncertain when he will be able to return to professional golf," end quote. According to Golf Digest and multiple sources, Mickelson approached the female employee at the clubhouse where he made non-consensual and inappropriate physical contact with her. The employee rejected his advances. As Mickelson returned to the course, the employee reported the incident to the supervisors. Club officials took the allegations seriously, moved quickly, initiating a review and investigation before locating Mickelson's mid-round. He was confronted with the accusation on the course. Following that confrontation, he was told to vacate the premises and left the course before completing his round.
Look, for it to be Phil Mickelson, for this to be a private club, and for them to initiate and take the action that they did, and I don't know what exactly she's claiming happened, but obviously it was enough for the club officials to tell Phil Mickelson, you got to go. From my perspective, it had to be pretty over the top for that to happen. But good for them if he was inappropriate.
Who is the number one coach in college football? Bill Bender, Sporting News. He will join the program next. Give us his thoughts on that and the Brendan Sorsby situation going on in the state of Texas. All that straight ahead. Talk a little college football. Hour number 4 straight ahead.